I always advocate on sometimes, not sometimes, 90% of your time,
As
each
often
and
as
every day,
possible.
you know, as often as possible, make sure you are reading a new chapter, you know, you are reading a new book.
And that is, it is a very unpopular opinion, and that's taking cold showers. Unajua bro, mimi kutoka January, the beginning of this year, I haven't taken a hot shower ever. Hata unaona vile weather hata kuna kaaje.
Madhaki alifanya hivi, alichukua do akaeka kwa kitabu. You understand? A book. So Kevin ile time akona pressure ya landlord, ndio amekuja anataka kumnini. Anapigia madhe, Juma Dhaki alikuwa na do definitely. Anamwambia madhe, si unitumie do nitafukuzwa.
It's a self improvement book actually, because nilisoma for you, if you want to quit bad habits, make them very hard. And if you want to adopt good habits, make them very easy. I'll give you for an example.
And the knowledge is power. You know, knowledge is it's something that without even going and bragging about, it's something people will always recognize it, you know.
True. When you read, actually, people, as soon as you interact with people, somebody is gonna notice this person is an avid reader. You know, like it helps you grow your mental capacity and your perspective on things. Somebody was saying, reading a lot of books, it helps you get other people's perspective on life, and so you have a broad view of life. Like unajua every situation vile iko.
Yeah, true.
And not apart from that, vile tu umesema skills. Like there's this famous is it a saying or what? Ati walikuwa na feature knowledge in books because they knew kitambo Africans didn't read, so they used to hide secrets in books. So that everything you want to know in this world is in books. But uzuri nowadays we have technology, so there is knowledge everywhere.
Yeah.
But books are the gems, man. Kuna information utapata on YouTube, but I mean hautapata on YouTube, but they are in books. Like those really gems za knowledge ziko hidden in books. So reading is very important.
And I will give you a story. This is a story of maybe you might have heard of this story, but is this funny comedian called Kevin Hart. So Kevin Hart was giving a story.
I'm a very big fan of that guy.
I'm also a very good fan of Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart was saying, there's a time because life will always, in one way or another, will knock you down. You understand? To go and trigger for you to maybe to have a good comeback, you know. And Kevin Hart was saying, there's a time life fucked him up. Ilikuwa imezidi, unajua ikizidi imezidi, unajua. So ilikuwa time amerent nyumba, you know, and hiyo time ana job, ana anything. So what he did, kaenda akaambia madhake. Mazee mimi niko na, and madhake alikuwa anaona what my son is going through, you know. And what his mother anamuuliza, ile kitabu yenye nilikupatia umesoma? You know, so Kevin, like ile ujanja yake na nini, anaweza kusema ati why should I read the damn book, man, and I need money. You understand? But maybe not taking the long story short. Kevin didn't realize, you know, the reason madhake alikuwa anamwambia aende asome kitabu because he had placed money there
in the book.
You know. So Kevin was decided now, this book now, mom, is pressure. So Kevin perusing, he found money. You know.
And I think it actually makes sense even now in reality, because the more you get knowledge, you're gonna get the skills and you're gonna get the money.
Yeah, money. Yeah.
So like, you know.
So it was a very good story.
Yeah. It's very it's in our fit kwa ini. So reading is very important, and it's a part of self improvement, because I myself as much as nimeflop kidogo, I try to reach as much as possible, because recently the most recent book I read is called Atomic Habits, and that book is very, very important, because I'm sure it'll come later in this podcast, because we're going to talk about habits. The habits, your habits make you who you are.
Yes.
Yeah. So in that book, the author is called James Clear. He talks about the habits, how to adopt new habits, positive habits that are going to help you, and how to get rid of bad habits. And everybody has bad habits, you know. Wewe unajua habits zenye unakuanga nazo and you're not proud of them. So that's a very good book for somebody who wants to, you know, level. Actually, it's let's say you're addicted to maybe kaa uko na PS kwa nyumba, wewe ni gamer, yani unashinanga ukicheza game. If you want to quit that habit, every time umemaliza kucheza PS, make that habit now very hard. Toa PS, disconnect everything, enda uweke mali itakuwa ngumu kuifikia. So the next time you feel like you want to go and cheza game, utakuwa unafikiria sasa tena nitaenda kutoa huko kote ndo so that I can come and play game. So like it's as simple as that. On the other hand, if you want to adopt good habits like reading a book, if you want to get that habit of reading a book, place a book where it's very easy to access. Like on your bedside.
Exactly.
Eka kitabu kwenye unalala.
Exactly.
So let's say you've like by the I advise you to go and read that book, Atomic Habits, James Clear. It's a very good book. So if you want to read a book, just put it on the bedside. Ukiamka ndo unaona hiyo kitabu and you just gonna pick it and read.
And adding to your point,
And you've already talked about exercise. We've talked about reading new skills, gratitude. We've talked about reading books. And let me tell you something like it's a very 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 small small change that I put in my whole self-improvement journey, and that is, it is a very unpopular opinion, and that's taking cold showers. Unajua bro, mimi kutoka January, the beginning of this year, I haven't taken a hot shower ever. Iko hata unaona vile weather hata kukue kuna kaaje, sijai take a cold shower.
And can I ask maybe a question? I've never heard of that philosophy of
cold shower.
I've heard of it, but I've not. I don't know how does it impact or change your lifestyle.
The thing is, me personally, hata kenye nimelearn with cold showers, it's actually a trend. Go and research. What is it called? There's this trend of, but mostly it's a white people's trend. Oh, Africa wapendi baridi. Like you find a person in the morning, they wake up, they have like a very sijui kibesi kikubwa chenye unaweza toshea ndani. They put ice cold water in there, so you
jacuzzi, on a jacuzzi,
yes,
yeah,
like on a jacuzzi or whatever. You contain the cold water,
the ice cubes,
the cold water inside,
yeah,
and then you dip your body inside and stay there for as long as you can, and then on a daily basis. So here's the thing, that most people don't want to take showers because it's not something comfortable, sindio?
Yeah, true. Especially mimi. So kweli nakudanganya nikikwambia
kidogo ni tricky.
Unaweza, it's possible because me I believe everything is doable, you know, but since you are the one telling me there is a concept, and there's what cold showers and meditation, there's something they can teach you. They can teach you, know.
There's something very important they teach you is to just get into it.
Yes.
You see, like tuseme you've decided to start a business, but you're going to your brain is gonna start generating all these ideas. You know, what if I fail? It's going to be difficult. So a cold shower is very difficult. Like kuendo ukae pale kwa cold shower ati maji baridi kumwagikie. By the time you get into that thing, unakuwa umefikiria mambo mingi sana.
Wacha nikupatie for example, niingize tu hapo. Ni kweli, it's very true because mimi assuming stima zimepotea, na obvious mimi ni ule mtu na believingi daily lazima mazeni ni kuwe fresh, unajua. So that point of cold water is very true because what I do basically is kwanza unajipaka unajipaka sabuni vizuri unajua, unajisugua vizuri, ndio ile one time unamwagilia waji, unasema hiyo story, unajua, unatoka cause inakuanga and I would love frankly to go and also try that because I feel ile time nimejaribu once twice I think I need to learn maybe how it will react to me.
Sasa mimi with all so far it's been how many months since January. nowadays naingianga tu nikaa see anything. Si ati I'm bragging or anything. Naingianga tu like it's nothing. But inakuanga hivi, by the time ufikire umeingia pale kwa shower, yani una anticipate hiyo nini utafeel, si ndio? Na hiyo ndo inakustop from taking the cold shower because you are already anticipating hiyo kibaridi. And kuna feeling tu unasikia so as in me personally, it has taught me like just get into it, because as soon as umeingia kwa hiyo cold shower, not even 20 seconds ni enough. You're already used to it. Trust me, no matter how cold it is, 20 seconds ushakuwa used to it, and hata una-enjoy for the rest of the shower, una-enjoy. And then after the cold shower you just feel so good, yani una feeling tu, yani mwili yako yani iko fresh, yani una feeling tu vizuri kabisa. So applying that in real life, it teaches you to just, you know, if you want to do something, just get into it. You know, don't think about what the you know, all the bad things that
what will happen,
you know, just get into it. And then just win the rest of the journey,
true.
So that's just a small thing unaweza adjust in your life, and you know, you can comment in the comment section if you actually decide to try whatever, and tell us your experiences.
Your experience, very true. And Franklin, now this point I'm about to say is something I've been working on it on daily basis, you know. And for me it's time management. You know, in the self-improvement journey, there's what we call time management. You know what to do at the right time, at the right place.
Yes.
You understand? Once you realize that, you'll need, at least before even you sleep, you have a schedule.
Yes.
You have a schedule of what you are going to do the following day. Before even you go to sleep, inshallah, you know, you write everything that is you're going to achieve tomorrow. It's even if you won't attain everything, 90% of what you have written, you're going to achieve, because those are the small wins. You know, those are the small things. So another thing is time management. If you and realizing that doing the right thing at the right time at the right place is a very good progress, you know. Because frankly, assuming right now we had scheduled that we'll do this podcast, understand? So in whatever I was doing or whatever I had planned to do, there's a time specifically I kept for this podcast. So those small things, the tasks that you do daily, you know, they help you to improve your time management, you know. And
if I can support that point, you're talking about you're connecting planning your next day's activities and time management.
True.
Yes, because it's
they
important.
Go hand in hand.
They go hand in hand, because as soon as you know what you're supposed to do, and you have planned your time very well, you're going to find yourself accomplishing if not all, most of your
time,
and you're taking advantage of the whole day. Like they say, each and every human being in this world, we all have 24 hours. Nobody has more hours. So it's a fair game if you look at it in that sense. It's a fair game. Uko na 24 hours, mimi niko na 24 hours. So it's up to you to know how to manage those hours. So time management is very important. And it is part of the whole part of self-improvement and leveling up. You know, and so as we finish this podcast, apart from that, I think we've talked about exercise. We've talked about
new skills.
We've talked about reading. We mentioned cold showers. Those are just the small things, you know. And something else is know your company.
Supportive network.
Yes, supportive network.
And I will accept. I'll support you on that, because the people you associate yourself with,
they matter.
You understand? They affect your life in a positive or a negative way. You understand? You have to find people who are achieving who are striving to achieve their goals. You know, you have to find people who are challenging you each and every time. Because I can remember, Mr. Franklin, there is a time we used to challenge ourselves. We can do a podcast. We can create something. You know, we can help that other person. And as we are sharing ideas, we came we came and so we have common interest,
Yes,
common
yes.
goals, you know.
I
So
think that's the most important thing. You
Yeah.
find people who have, the same,
same-
aspirations as you.
yeah, true. You
And
have
it's very easy to collaborate and work together.
exactly, because according before even we started the podcast, even before the episode 1, we had an arrangement, we had so many things we planned, and there's so many things that are on our way.
Yes.
So in that case, I would love also to tell our audience, once we see you people supporting us, we are also feel motivated in this journey,
Yes.
and I think it's generally that, Franklin.
Yes.
I don't think I have so much.
Before you conclude,
Yeah.
on the same topic, knowing your friends is very, very important.
Yeah.
Because you are the average of 5 people you hang out with. If you hang out with people who have nothing really going on in their life, you're just going to be like them. They say if you hang out with successful people, you're going to be successful. If you hang out with rich people, you're eventually going to be rich. But if you hang out with losers, you're eventually going to be a loser.
Yeah.
It is as simple as that.
Yeah. And Franklin, thank you for bringing out that issue, because there is a time I remember. There is a time I was lost. You understand? So nantawapea, for example, mzuri sana. There's a time I used to do drugs with my friends, and the funny thing, Franco, ningejipata ile time siko na hawa stories itafikia wazazi, unajua like nimeona nani ako huko ni madrugs tu, unajua, and sijakuwa hapo, understand. So this is the thing my bro taught me. Aliniambia ukitembea na mwizi, hata kama huibangi, akikuja kumalizwa, hata wewe unaekangwa kwa hiyo list ya kuchomwa ama kuuawa, una understand. Ukitembea na watu wenye wako na do na hauna do, there is high chances utapata skill sets za kupata do. Understand? Yeah,
it's as easy as that. It's as very simple as that. So choosing the people, your network. Even me, my own mother told me, like, it's very important. She told me this at a very young age. She told me, be very careful with the people you decide these are your friends, because those are they are eventually going to be the people who determine who you're going to be as a person. Yeah. So if you hang out with smart people, you're gonna be smart. If you hang out with stupid people, you're gonna be stupid. It's a very direct correlation, So that is very important, and it's part of improving yourself. So if you're hanging out with, if the people around you, if you look around and you see the people that you're hanging around with are not really, they're not heading to the direction you want to head to, then jitenge tu now. It is as simple as that. Just jitenge now, look for your crowd, because whatever you're interested in, trust me, there are a lot of people. Out of the 7 billion people on this earth, there are people who are going to, you can mingle with them, and you're going to be as one entity. Exactly. People who are chasing the same goal. Or they have the same aspirations. True. So having talked all that, I think tumewapea enough, pieces of our minds, and all most important thing that we believe are very helpful when it comes to the topic of self-improvement.
Yes. Yes, very true. And I'm hoping to our listeners, these are the steps that each and every day, you understand, each and every day you need to work on them, because there are so many things that come up in between, and we are urging you guys, you also follow the few steps. Make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Yes.
And when we say you're taking care of yourself, is those small things that you will realize them in 3 years ago. It's I was glad I started this shit. I was glad I started this training. I'm glad I started. Those small achievements, they create the big success, And for me, I'm grateful for the opportunity for this podcast today. This podcast has been very different.
Yes.
If I can assess the situation, I can see we are all smiling, It's because of the breeze, And we are going to be doing more outdoor episode, and we are hoping that you will enjoy.
True.
Yes, Mr. Franklin.
Yes, we are very, very positive about the future, because we will try to give you interesting episodes, interactive ones, even even the location. We want them to be more, something interesting to be at, kitu tu interesting una place, and hata unafeel kama uko hapa, because trust me, the whole atmosphere here is just,
it's top notch.
So we hope this podcast, this episode has been and exciting and enlightening and educative and encouraging to all those people who are viewing us. And as we said, we would like to keep this podcast interactive. So please feel free to drop a comment on something that you liked about the episode, not this episode only, even a previous episode you may have watched. You can suggest topics that we can discuss. You can tell us your personal experiences, even something that you're experiencing that you'd like help with, because as we mentioned, this podcast is all about helping people and improving the society, each and every person in the society, so let's keep it interactive in that manner. And also, share the content, because we would also like to grow, get to more people. And I think until the next episode, manze, cheers.